What's going on, guys? We are starting off this video today at Earl's Performance Products because, as you guys remember, at RX-7's Rotary Rumble Day at Apple Valley Speedway, I blew my hydro line. So I was drifting the whole day without a hydro. So we're here to get this Dash 3AN line that goes to my rear, obviously the rear, but the rear left, so driver's side wheel, the rear driver's side wheel. But yeah, we're here to get this line remade. That way we can put it back in the car and have a working hydro again. So this thing was originally like 32 inches, I think, but we're gonna up it up to 40 just to give us a little extra length. We got our boy Nico on the back here building us a good AN line. I didn't even know he worked here, but they got everything here: oil coolers, clamps, AN lines, everything. Got some brake fluid, very good couplers in there in the man cave. So what I'm trying to say is this is your spot to go if you need anything performance wise, as far as couplers, brake lines, clamps, oil coolers, anything, whatever you want. This is why I love this place. I was in here for like maybe 3 minutes, probably 5 at the most, and boom, we got our line. So it was originally 37 inches from the one I got from PBM that popped, but we upped it up to 40 just because it was a little short. Like, it was kind of had some tension on it when it was in the car, so I bumped it up to 40 just to give us that extra slack to put it or route it where we wanted it to. So let's go ahead and head home and install this thing. So you can see it a little bit better with that end to end running the same way. The new one is slightly longer, not too much to where I'd have way too much line pretty much, but just enough to give us that more slack that I was talking about. So I'm not sure what happened with the audio here, but pretty much what I'm saying is that's our banjo bolt with the Dash 3AN fitting that we have to get our line to go from there all the way here to the T junction from the master cylinder, as you can see right there. And pretty much what I'm explaining in this part is that I need to get the line to go from there all the way, and I'm going to route it with the stock brake lines to go into the caliper. That way we can keep it from hitting anything, kinking, or rubbing against anything that it shouldn't hit pretty much. Then we move on to putting the line in. Again, I don't know what happened to the audio here, but pretty much I'm showing you guys that I got the line in and I routed it above the knuckle, and then I met it there with the stock hard line for the foot brake caliper, and I met it there, ran it across with the rest of the brake lines and the fuel lines, and then it goes above the subframe, which is fine because it doesn't move, into the T junction right over there. And after that, all we have to do is pretty much bleed it. So I have no idea what I'm saying in here at this point, but let's just go ahead and get on to the next clip where I believe the volume should be working. So if you guys own a manual BMW, you should know what I'm doing. This is a little fluid pump, and I'm actually pushing fluid into the bleeder screw. And the reason I'm doing that is it's actually forcing fluid through the system and then pushing all the air bubbles out into the reservoir. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do for right now, because I don't have anyone to help me bleed it. It should get most of the air out of the system, but once I have someone to help me, I'm going to bleed it the traditional way just to ensure that there's no more air in the system, and we'll get on from there. And for those of you who are curious, as you can see, this is where it's routed now, away from all the moving parts. It used to be routed somewhere, I forgot exactly where, but I know for sure it went through this hole, and it actually got kinked a little bit between these two arms as it traveled. So that way, with it like this, it's routed where all the original brake lines are, besides this obviously, but there's nothing in the way here that can kink it or rub against it, so we shouldn't have any more problems with clearance. And obviously this goes way up there and gets rid of all that tension. We got a lot of the air out of the system, but there's still more, so we'll wait for someone to help us out here, and we'll have them pull this, hold it, and we'll get the rest of the air out of the system. But as far as fixing it, pretty much fixed. Also, I got really impatient and I didn't want to wait for anyone anymore, so I'm bleeding it myself with the handle. And what I'm doing is I'm essentially pulling the handle, right? And then to hold it, like how someone would hold it, I have this strap here, and I'm strapping it handle pulled. And then I'm going back here to release the pressure, let the air out, and then undo this, come in here and pump this, put the strap around it again, and repeat until all the air is out. So let's go ahead and finish up bleeding this side. I already did the other side because that's the furthest wheel from the master cylinder, and that's how you should bleed, always starting from the furthest wheel to the closest wheel. So let's go ahead and keep on doing this self bleeding thing, and then we'll be done officially. And what do you know? We got tension in it. All butted up, nice and tight. So we're just gonna go ahead and figure out how to get some fluid in here, because this was the way I accessed it before, but I sealed this up. So we're just gonna go ahead and fill this up to the top, to the max level here, and pretty much our hydro is done. Literally, I don't know why I was about to give myself a hard time trying to get a funnel to fit in there and pour it in there. I completely forgot I had an oiling pump. So we're just gonna, I've got the hose stuck up in there. I'm just gonna pump this up, and as you can see, fluid's coming out. I'm gonna fill her up. So let's get that done and finish her up. As you can see, she's all filled up now. I'm trying to get this cap on here straight. There we go. Nice and get it all nice and tight. Get your rag and clean her up. And we are done. You see, this is why you always use jack stands. See, I don't think this would have caused the jack to like break, but or like fall, but my jack just broke. So as you can see, nothing's going on anymore. So we're gonna have to go buy a new jack. But luckily we finished the dual caliper situation. So let's go ahead and hopefully this still puts the car down. So yeah, let's get this done, and maybe we'll go get a new jack today. We'll see. Right, here's the only jack that we can actually use. It's the only low profile jack here. I don't have the one that I used to have, and it's at $200. That's a lot more than I was expecting to spend, but let's go take one of these. Black 3-ton steel long reach floor jack. It's a lot more than I wanted to spend, but at the end of the day, a jack is one of the most important tools you can possibly have, especially if you don't have a lift, obviously. So let's go ahead and bite the bullet and pick one up. Here we can also pick up some safety glasses for $2, because I don't know if you guys saw in the last video of me making the hood risers, but I don't have safety glasses. I broke the last pair I had, so might as well pick them up because we need them anyways. So we're actually ended up going to a car meet. Ryan hit me up, so we're at what kind of car meet is this?
S chassis versus BMWs.
Yeah, so it's a.
But every car's.
Yeah, so it's a S chassis and a BMW meet, but obviously there's a bunch of other cars here, so kind of gave me something to do tonight. So we're just gonna go ahead.
Staying home and watching your little drift videos, huh?
Right? Instead of staying home and watching little videos on my phone. But yeah, we're just over here chilling, hanging out. We'll see what kind of cars are here, and then see what else happens. Well guys, it's the next day. As you can see, we left the car meet kind of early. Nothing was really happening. It was a cool little meet, but I got hungry, so I left, got some food, and went home. As you can see, I don't know if you can actually, let's bring you along with me. We got the new jack. It's bright ass orange. They didn't have the black one that I wanted, which not a big deal. A jack's a jack. As long as it works, it works. So that being said, we got the hydro line installed. We got a working hydro again. We got a new jack because where's it at? The old one broke. But other than that, just another day. So thank you guys for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.